Hi there, it's Emma from Emma's Cards and Paper Crafts. Today I've got a cute little project I wanted to share with you. So I recently made this one in the, let me remember what suite it is. It is the Unbounded Beauty Designer Series paper, and I made this one in Peach Pie cardstock. So inside you've got a little cute hair and body wash, and you've got a conditioner, and you've got a cute little soup. So I thought these are great for little favours or little gifts to either put in a room if you've got guests coming to stay or something, just so they've got their own little bottles of something, or you could use it as just little Secret Santa gifts or something like that. So I'm going to be remaking this in a Christmas DSP this time. So I've picked out some garden green cardstock, and I've made the original, but I'm going to tweak the layout of the original slightly, just so that it better suits and better fits everything in it. So I've made it a tiny bit bigger this time. If you're interested in knowing the measurements, do ask and I will let you know the measurements for it. But obviously it's very product specific. But I've got my little plan next to me of my sizes and heights and where I've got to cut and score and everything, so bear with me. It might take a little while to get there today, but we're going to give it a go. So first things first, this piece of cardstock is 25 centimetres by 13 centimetres. It was just easier to do in centimetres for this project because inches was just way off for the sizes I wanted, and I wasn't about to do halves and quarters and 7/8 and stuff like that here and here, so I thought it'd be easier to keep it as half and whole centimetres. So the first score we're going to make is this way round, and we're going to be scoring at 8.5 centimetres. So let me take my cutting blade off, because otherwise I'm going to cut this by accident and I don't want to do that. So cutting blade out so we have no accidents. So score at 8.5. Then we're going to score again at 11.5. This is where we've got to make sure my maths is on point, because if it's not, then things won't work out right, and that should leave me I think I might have got my measurements wrong already. 8.5, 9, 10, 11.5. I think my measurements are wrong already. So that definitely needs to be 3 centimetres. I will just go with it and hope that it works out. So yes, then we're going to score at 11.5. So there. And then we're going to turn it round. We're going to score at 3 centimetres. 9.5. Yep, 9.5. Then 14. Then 20.5. Yeah. And then where have we got to? 20.5. Then 23.5. Yeah, 23.5. There we go. So that is our template plan, whatever you want to call it. So now I need to remember which pieces we need to cut off and which ones we don't. Well, let's turn this around so that's right way. Is my handy dandy little bit of piece of paper in front of me, my little plan. So yeah, we're going to leave this along here needs to stay, and this big one here. But then these are going to go. So let's find my scissors. Great question. Where are the scissors? Right next to me, right in front of me. Of course they are. So we're going to carefully cut down this line, along this line. So we are going to have to make an additional score here, so we can make a flap, that little tiny corner flap there. So roughly around here it'll probably be, but we should do that in a minute once we've got our whole template cut out, so that we don't score places where we don't want it to be scored. There we go, and then that all the way along there. Then we need to remove these two just here. There we go. So I'm going to get my score board back out, or scoring tool back out, and we're going to score this at 1.5. So we're just going to put only this piece here, measure that up against the 1.5, and then give that a little score. Job done. So this is our template. This is how it's going to all fold up. So we're just going to give our edges a good fold. So where this one slightly differs to the other one, oh, actually we need to cut this bit off as well, we don't need this bit. We've actually got flap closure on the side of this one, so this is what we had originally, but I'm actually going to have flaps on the side, so it gives it a little bit more stability and gives it a little bit more around the side. And then this bit here folds up and becomes our little tray for our little products to sit in. And then we're just going to use a little bit of double-sided sticky tape to hold the soap in this side, because my little brain couldn't figure out how to make a flap up this side as well and also have enough cardstock. I possibly could have used this section here, but my brain just wouldn't process. You could use an extra piece of cardstock and make one on there, but I just thought it's just easier. Let's just stick it down with a bit of sticky tape. So first things first, we're going to stick our design series paper on the front. So I've got this design series paper. This is from the Snowy Scenes. One side is holly and the other side is the stripes. I'm quite liking the stripes at the moment. And I think, yes, I have managed to cut them correctly. It's always a good thing. So let's glue these down. Oh, I have forgotten to cut one piece of DSP though. We'll have to cut that together in a minute, because I need a small piece for the spine here, which is what holds our ribbon on. You could put the ribbon underneath all 3 pieces of DSP if you wanted to, but I like it loose so it's got a little bit more room to manoeuvre. So let's grab some DSP out. I have got a little offcut that might be wide enough. Where have you gone? Haven't actually got much of this DSP left at all now, because yeah, I know the pattern goes the other way though, but it's on the spine and you won't really notice it. It'll be fine. So we're going to need to cut this. So what was my center section? So that's, this piece here is 4.5 wide, so we're going to cut it 4 wide, and this is 8.5, so we're going to cut it 4 by 8. So we need to put the blade back on as we're cutting, so I don't lose it as well. So it needs to be 4 that way, so we need to cut off a piece that's 8 long. There we go. Right, scrap can go back in the bag, packet, whatever you want to call it. And then we're going to turn this around to 4. Very carefully hold it so it doesn't move, and then cut that down there. So tiny little scrap can go to the side just in case we need it somewhere. And then we're going to find our piece of ribbon, which is here. And I'm going to put my ribbon so it's got a same amount either side, just so I know that it's central. I'm going to glue this piece down over the top of the ribbon. There we go. But yes, I'm definitely in my Christmassy crafting spirit now. I do love this Snowy Scenes suite. It's my absolute favourite for this Christmas. I'm glad I bought it. Right, and then on the front we need to make our sentiment, which I've picked out "You're a one-of-a-kind wonderful friend," and this is from the one-of-a-kind Christmas stamp set. So we're going to stamp that. We're going to stamp that in garden green to match the cardstock, I think. There we go. And I've got just a scrap of basic white cardstock. I'm going to do it too close to the edge because we're going to punch this out with my 1 3/4 inch punch. So we want it to be nice and central. Like that. And then we're also going to use our garden green, and we're just going to run the edge of this through the garden green like so, and it gives you a nice little green edge on it. I'm going to let that dry for a minute though, because I did put quite a lot of ink around the edge. So let's put my ink away and find a few dimensionals. So 3 is probably enough for the back of this. There we go. Let's put my punch out the way. So this side here is the front. Make sure this is nice and straight. I think it's because my ribbon's not quite straight that it's throwing me off. There we go. So there's that bit. Now we're going to build up the inside. So we're just going to put a dab of glue on each of these bits here, and then I've got some handy dandy clips here that I'm going to clip it down with just while the glue sets. Come on, glue. I think it's about time I ordered some new glues. No, that one's telling me no, so I'm going to pop that one out the way, up the other way. Yeah, this one feels a little bit more fuller. This one must be my new one, or newer one. I've always got about 2 or 3 on the go. And there we go. So first of all, I'm going to do this side. Just going to hold it in place for a second first. Then we need to fold this flap back the wrong way just for a second so we can get our clip in. Oh, now I'm catapulting it. Luckily, how did I not get glue everywhere then? So I've got fresh glue on this side. So we're going to do the same again this side. Just going to hold that against there for a minute or 2 just so it starts to stick. And it needs to go in a little bit like that. And then also going to bend this side back. No, that's made it go skew. There we go. That's holding that straight. So we're just going to let that dry a second. And while that's drying, I'm actually going to have a look to see if I've got any colour coordinating or suitable Christmassy gems of some sort. So we've got all of these ones. I actually found a massive pile of ones that I had there still current, and I didn't realise they were. So that's last year's in colours. So we've got these nice snowflakes. They're a possibility. None of those. Oh no, it's pink, not red. Butterflies, no. We could do the silver or the grey there. The silver or the white, should I say? No, they're not the right colour. They're all purple. They're the wrong colours. They're last year's in colours. No. So we are going for either Snowflakes or Shinies. So these ones are the Faceted Gems Trio Pack. And these are the Adhesive Back Snowflake Assortment. Do you know what? Since this was a snowflake stamp set, we're going with Snowflakes. So that should be long enough for our glue to have finally set properly. We can fold everything back up. So now we're going to get our itty bitty soap and just put a tiny bit of double-sided sticky tape there, just to hold it in. I say a tiny bit, I'm probably going to put quite a bit because it's quite a heavy soap. So there we go, like so. There we go. So it's lovely, nice honey and mango soap. I do love this soap. We have these are actually from my work. I won't lie, I have borrowed them for the purposes, but I will be gifting them back in this packaging. And then I've got my 2 bottles here. So then we're going to do our wrap up. And then we've got our ribbons at the side. I think I might have cut my ribbon a tiny bit short this time. There we go, tied at the side. There we go. And now we just need to add on our snowflakes. I think maybe go white snowflakes, I think, and we're going to go for little ones as well. So that one's got a funny bit of something on it. So we're going to pull that off. I know I've pulled the whole sticky bit off, haven't I? Let's just pull that bit off. That's from the centre. Right, so one snowflake. All this. Oh no, that one there doesn't have its centre cut out. I thought there were 2 different ones, but that one doesn't have its centre cut out. And one here, and we're going to use our special one too, and one here. There we go. So there's our nice little Christmassy gift. It's a great idea actually if you've got people come to stay at Christmas. You need it to put out for guests. But there we go. There we have it. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video on this cute little packaging. I'm quite proud of myself for coming up with this all by myself without looking measurements up online. Even if I wanted to look up measurements online where it's so product specific, I've still had to sit and figure out all of the measurements myself. So thank you for watching. See you again soon. Bye bye.